Hello, beautiful people. How are you doing? You are welcome back to our channel. We are the loving couple, and we are the farming couple. Well, today we are on our beans plantation, and this is the very first time we'll be bringing you an update on beans plantation. Well, I want you to listen carefully because I just want to share some few facts about this farm. Don't mind the caption, which says it is a miracle beans. We call it miracle beans for several reasons. Number one, we didn't expect that we'll be planting beans this year at all. Of course, when we were making plans for the year, beans was part of the things that we listed that we're going to plant. But when we got our laborers late, we struck it out. We thought we would not be able to make it. And another thing was that we couldn't get sufficient land to do that. And since the workers came in around late May, so we thought that was out of the equation. That was number two. Number three, those who gave us the land said it wasn't really a good idea to plant beans in this area. They said, according to the man, he said beans does not do well in this vicinity. Hearing all that okay, why will I waste my time doing something that will not really do well? But on retrospect, he said no. If really we planted soybeans here and it did well, so why would beans not do well? And another person said, oh, that's true. Oh, they said anywhere that the land is fertile, beans does not necessarily do well there. Well, we said let's try with just 2 kg, and then we planted it somewhere, and we saw the way it was growing. Said, oh, and they still discouraged us that it will just be full of leaves without it making anything. But lo and behold, we are here at this moment, and I believe that with what you have seen on your screen so far, this is marvelous, this is encouraging, and this is impressive. So why do we call it miracle beans, apart from the reasons I've explained? The number one thing is that we didn't expect that we'll plant it at all, because as you can see maize. You can see, yes, this is where we planted our hybrid corn in June. So you can see, even when our workers weeded it, they left the maize that just germinated on their own. Even though I told them that it's late already, they said no, if we should do, then it will be theirs. And maize does not stop beans from doing well. So that is so. Our initial plan was we are going to leave the maize to dry on the field. So that shows that we're going to come back for the harvest around October, November. Yes. But due to the storm that happened, and then it fell, virtually 70% of the farm was on ground, and then we had to come back to harvest it, because if we should leave it beyond that September, termites were going to attack it. Then the rains that came in October, it was torrential rainfall. Virtually every day of October, rain was falling. So it was going to destroy everything. So, and more so, even the ones that were standing, when we told our workers to come here just to pack the one that fell, they were even cutting the one that was standing. So somebody just called me from home that, why are your workers doing like this? And from there, for a moment, we were a little bit annoyed and angry at them that why can't we just use your discretion to do the right thing? But after 2 days, said, okay, now that they've cut everything, what will happen? Are you going to leave the land? And that was late August. That was around September. Are you going to leave the land? Said no. Okay, let's just plant some 1 acre of beans. Then went to buy this. This is the third batch. We planted some in some other area, like 3 kg. I said we're just going to eat on our own. We're not going to buy beans next year. So we went for this, which is just 65 days. They told us the maturity is 65 days, and we planted it around maybe 45 days now. So in the next 20 days, this should be done. And with what you have been seeing so far, don't you love it? So this is white beans. So after planting it, and then the germination was superb. The germination rate was superb. So we said, instead of leaving the remaining farm fallow like that, and then to control weed and all, let's just plant the entire farm. So one of our neighbors on the farm said there is one that can mature within 45 days. He said it has 45 days maturity span, and we went for it, and I'm heading to that session now. You are going to see it and what became of it. So you can see we planted this in October, and this is the second day of November. So they said this one will do within 45 days, and looking at this alone, you will just be happy for us, because it is amazing. The germination rate is superb. And then considering the fact that, of course, we are still praying that God should give us rains to the end of November, because if it gets rain to the end of November, yes, everything will come out perfectly well. Everything will be very superb, and then we can talk about harvesting, we can talk about yield, we can talk about whether the land is truly good for beans or not. But then the summary of everything is, this is our miracle beans. We never expected that we were going to plant beans again, and here we are with about 4 acres of beans, because we couldn't plant the entire stretch. Time was going. When it got to October 13, we decided to stop it. We had a meeting with the workers, said, look, the reality is that we should stop it, whether 45 days or not. We've not planted it before. What if it was just a marketing gimmick? So we've stopped it. But this is just about some what's it called, some 25 days of planting this, and look at it already, some 25-30 days of planting this session, and this is what we have already. So it seems it will still do within that 45 days. And then, you know, beans, you have to spray it virtually every week, so it's demanding and all. But with what we've had so far, with this that we can see, we are very happy with it. We'll still bring you more updates as it goes. Perhaps we want to replicate it next year, want to plant something like this. If it does well, then you can also replicate it. You know, that is the essence of we making the videos, that you also can replicate whatsoever success that you have seen here, whatsoever things that you have seen here, so that it can get bigger. We can fulfill SDG2, which is zero hunger. If you fail to go to farm, how are you going to fulfill this goal? So please, if you have questions, if you have contributions, if there is anything that you think we can do better on the farm, please drop your comments. Let's collaborate. If you want to partner with us too, please contact us. Let's talk. Let's see how we can make 2025 a better year. We've started planning for 2025 already. So please, if you think you can collaborate with us on any level, we can discuss. And if it is profitable, we make it legal, and then we go. Please, if you have not subscribed, most importantly, subscribe. Please subscribe, and let's grow together. Let's grow bigger. Let's make it better. We love you. We are the farming couple. Please share, make comment, and then be part of the family. We love you. Bye.